Hope you all are enjoying your day, your classes with your teachers at home. So my dear children, let me introduce myself. I am Sindhu, who will be handling geography for you for all the 9th standard sections. My dear children, last year you have studied social, but that was only one subject, only social science as a whole you have studied, and it was only for 40 marks. But this year, we are dividing that social science into two. That is, you will be studying history separately and geography separately. So, history will be for 40 marks, geography will be for 40 marks. But that history and geography will be in the same paper, which consists of 80 marks. So, two different teachers will be taking and I will be handling geography. So, let me begin with the lesson. Now, before I start the lesson, few things I would like to say. You have to keep a file, and after my session, work will be given based on this. Whatever work I give, that has to be jotted in your file. Whatever work it is, that has to be jotted in your file. So, if any doubt, you can clarify it with me, either by phone or through voice message. Yes. So my dear children, which is that source which gives us energy? No doubt about it, it is sun. Sun is the source which gives energy to all the things that are present in the universe. This is what is the first lesson that we are going to deal with today. Sun, the ultimate source. First lesson of geography is sun, the ultimate source of energy. Now, what happens is, the earth receives energy from the sun in the form of short waves. This energy that is received by the earth from the sun is called as insolation. Incoming radiation of the sun is called as insolation. So the first concept that we have studied today is insolation. So in this particular chapter, I will be dealing with all the concepts. What all things are important from the examination point of view, as well as what you need to know that I will be explaining, so that you can jot it in your file accordingly. Insolation. So what is insolation? The radiation that is received by the earth in the form of short wave is called as insolation. Of course, now the thing is very clear. Earth receives energy from the sun in the form of short waves. Now again I have to come back to an example. When I say an example is very clear. In front of me, 5, you are sitting. Now I am standing straight and I have got handful of chocolates. Now, since I am standing like this, I just throw the chocolates like this. Surely, when I throw like this, the children who are sitting in front of me, they will be getting more chocolates. This is very clear. Here comes what I am trying to say. That is, the earth, the position of the earth facing the sun becomes heated very fast. The position, the earth facing the sun, which side the earth is facing, that part of the earth receives the rays of the sun, and that place gets heated very fast. Quite clear. So now what you have to do? Very clear. When you have enough chocolates with you, that is those who are sitting in front of you, you got plenty of chocolates. Now what is your work? Those who haven't got chocolates, you will be passing that chocolate to those children. That is what is going to happen here also. That is, the places which are colder, they will be getting heat. That means heat is transferred to the places which are colder. For that, there are 3 processes. That means 3 processes of transfer of heat takes place. 3 processes of heat transfer. It has to be transferred. Otherwise, what will happen? Only one side will be hot, remaining everywhere it will be cool. So, transfer of heat has to take place. So, there are 3 processes of heat transfer. The first process is called as conduction. Now what is this conduction? Conduction means the transfer of heat or the transfer of energy. Whenever I say energy, it is nothing other than the solar energy. The transfer of heat from hotter molecules to colder molecules. That means the surface of the earth, that is heat is transferred to that part of the atmosphere which is close to the hot surface. That is very clear. എവിടെയാണ് ചൂട് കൂടുതൽ അവിടുന്ന് ഹീറ്റ് തണുത്ത ഭാഗത്തിലേക്ക് പാസ്സായി പോകുക. This is what is it. That is the transfer of heat from hotter molecules to colder molecules. This process is called as conduction. The second process of heat transfer is called as convection. Now what is convection? Heat is already, the atmosphere gets heated. In the atmosphere, plenty of gases are there. When the air gets heated, what happens? It will be expanding. When it expands, it rises up. This process is called as convection. So, what is convection? When the atmosphere gets heated, that means when the air gets heated, it expands and rises up. This process of heat transfer is called as convection. The third process, advection. What is advection? Advection means the horizontal transfer of heat by whom? By wind. Now what happens? Already heat is already there. Atmosphere has become heated. Now what happens is wind transfers this heat horizontally. So this transfer of heat horizontally by wind is called as advection. So there are three processes of heat transfer in the atmosphere: conduction, convection, advection. What is conduction? The transfer of heat from hotter molecules to colder molecules, or the transfer of heat to that part of the atmosphere which is close to the hot surface of the earth. Convection, the heated air expands and rises up. Advection, the horizontal transfer of heat by wind. Now, there is one more method of transferring of heat. That is called as terrestrial radiation. Now what is terrestrial radiation? Already I said, incoming radiation of the earth receives energy from the sun in the form of short waves. Now what is terrestrial radiation? Heat is transferred to the outer space in the form of long waves. Means energy, short waves, Suryanta Prakasham, short waves aayittu kittuno. That energy is re-radiated back to the outer space in the form of long waves, and that is called as terrestrial radiation. So there are four methods: conduction, convection, advection and terrestrial radiation. Yes. Now comes the next concept. That is the third concept. Heat budget. You would have heard this term, budget. What is this budget? It is a statement showing the revenue and the expense. Every year it is presented. It is a balance. Actually, it is a balance sheet showing the expenditure and revenue. Same way, here also we have used the concept as budget. But this budget is related to heat. What is this budget? This budget is, there should be a balance between what? The balance between insolation and terrestrial radiation. This is called as, this process is called as heat budget. There should be a balance, or the balance between insolation and terrestrial radiation. You already know what is insolation. That means incoming radiation, short waves. And you already know what is terrestrial radiation? Outgoing radiation, long waves. So, there should be a balance between this insolation and terrestrial radiation. This balance between insolation and terrestrial radiation is called as heat budget. If there is no balance, means the entire environment or earth will have to suffer. This is the next thing. The fourth concept that we are going to study is, what is this temperature? What do you mean by temperature? It has got a great role to play. The very beginning of the lesson they say, not only very beginning of the lesson, the temperature of Palakkad is 35 degrees Celsius. The temperature of Trivandrum is 25 degrees Celsius. The temperature of Chennai is 32 degrees Celsius. You keep on listening to this. It has got a great role to play. What is this temperature? Temperature means the degree of hotness in the atmosphere. What is temperature? Temperature is the degree of hotness in the atmosphere, and the instrument used to measure this temperature is called as mercury thermometer. The instrument used to measure this temperature is called as mercury thermometer. Now I was just telling you how this temperature has got the way. What is the reason? I already said Palakkad's temperature is this, Chennai's temperature is that, Trivandrum's temperature. You used to hear this news. Now, before I give you another concept, let us discuss with what are the factors influencing the distribution of temperature. Because you really will be wondering what are the causes. Because if Palakkad's temperature is 32, how come Trivandrum's temperature is like this? How come Kodaikanal's temperature is like this? How come Munnar is like this? How come Goa is like this? Maybe you are wondering or you are not wondering. Let us come to an answer for this. Yes. Now let us see what are the factors influencing the changes or distribution in temperature. The fourth concept that we are going to study is factors influencing distribution of temperature. Factors influencing distribution of temperature. Number one, the first factor is, what I was trying to say is, what are the factors influencing distribution of temperature? The first factor is latitude. Yes. Now, when you happen to listen to this latitude, you may feel, my goodness, geography, latitude, longitude, horrible you may feel. No, my dear children, I am here to make it very simple. Very simple concept it is. Latitude, the moment you look into latitude, don't get perplexed, don't get nervous. Very simple concept it is. Factors influencing distribution of temperature. The first factor is latitude, I said. And I am saying it's very simple to understand. Why did I say this? Because it's simple, I said, because places situated near to the equator will experience more temperature than places far away from the equator. Did you get, my dear children? Did you understand the concept? Latitude explanation is, what has latitude is geographical term, and the explanation for latitude is, the meaning is, that means places near to the equator will be experiencing more temperature and places far away from the equator will be experiencing less temperature. This is what is latitude, the first factor. Hope it is clear to you. The second factor. The second factor is altitude. I just mentioned Kodaikanal, temperature will be less. Cool. It's very cool, I was saying. I just mentioned. What is the reason? Concept is, as height increases, temperature decreases. Now again, you may have a doubt. Surely you will have a doubt. What is the doubt? Teacher, if you were in the class, surely you would have asked me a question. Teacher, for how many steps? That means, what is the height, teacher? If you climb, for each step will the temperature decrease? Yes. The answer is there with me. For every 165 meters of height, temperature decreases by 1 degree Celsius. This is the concept. That means, for every 165 meters of, that means 165 to 330, 1 degree Celsius. That means 330 to 495. That means for every 165 meters of height, temperature decreases by 1 degree Celsius. And this concept is called as normal lapse rate. So, the second factor is altitude. This is the explanation. That means, if somebody asks you, what are the factors influencing changes in temperature? Altitude. You should be in a position to say, as height increases, temperature decreases. Now they may ask, what is the factor? What can you give explanation for this? So you have to say, as height increases. That means, for every 165 meters of height, temperature will be decreasing by 1 degree Celsius. And this concept is called as normal lapse rate. Now we come to the third factor influencing distribution of temperature. That is wind. Hot wind increases temperature and cold wind decreases temperature. The third concept is hot wind increases the temperature. Chudaya kaattu, temperature cool, and cold wind decreases the temperature. Very simple explanation. And the fourth one and the last factor influencing changes in temperature, nearness of ocean. Again, very simple. Now again you will be saying, for teacher everything it is easy. No, for you also it is easy. Nearness of ocean. Places situated near to the sea will have moderate temperature. What do you mean by moderate? Less temperature. And places far away from the sea will have high temperature. Places situated near to the sea will have less temperature, and places far away from the sea will have high temperature. Yes. Now already I discussed nearness of ocean. Places near to the sea will have moderate temperature, and places far away from the sea will have high temperature, I discussed. Now maybe you are wondering, what is this? Places near to the sea will have moderate temperature, and places far away from the sea will have high temperature. To listen it's very easy because kadal teerathu nalla tanuppu, kadalinte bhagam doore it's very hot, very simple. But there is a concept to study in this. It is because of what is the reason behind it. That is what you have to understand, my dear children. It is because of two things over there, that is sea breeze and land breeze. So what is that is making the places near to the sea have moderate temperature? The reason for having this places near to the ocean a moderate temperature, a cool climate, is because of two breeze. One is sea breeze and another one is land breeze. Why is it that during summer season we all prefer to go near the beach area? It's because the beach area will be very, very cool. It's very clear. Usually summer season we all prefer to go to resort area. What is the reason? Because beach resorts will be very, very cool. Beach areas will be cool. What is the reason behind it? It is because there two winds are blowing. One is sea breeze near to the ocean. Two things are there, sea breeze and land breeze. So what is this sea breeze and land breeze? So this, let me explain. Sea breeze means, when I ask, if I ask in the class, if I ask you a question, what is sea breeze? Very clear, my children, I know you, my sweet children will reply, teacher, very simple answer, teacher. The breeze that is blowing from sea to land. Correct answer. That is breeze or wind blowing from, your answer I am writing on the board. Wind blowing from, you will say, sea to land. This is what, I am asking you a question, what is sea breeze? So you will answer, right now you will give me, you are answering, I think at home you are giving the answer. Sea breeze means the wind blowing from sea to land. Perfectly right. Now again my question comes. My question to you is, when does this wind blow? When is it blowing in the morning or during night? Wind blowing from sea to land during daytime is called as sea breeze. The wind blowing from sea to land during daytime. Because why during daytime? During daytime the land will be very, very hot. Because sun's rays are falling directly onto the land. So during daytime the land will be very hot and it takes time. Doesn't mean that now don't come to a conclusion that of course it becomes hot, but it will take time for the sea to get hot. So the wind from the sea will be blowing onto the land during daytime. That is why it is called as sea breeze. Very clear. So what is land breeze? Now my children will give me an answer. What is land breeze then? Land breeze, the wind blowing from land to sea when? During night. During night. This is called as, why is it blowing in the night? Very clear. During night, the land gets cool very fast, so the wind will be blowing and it takes time for the sea to get cooler. So the wind blows from land to sea, and this is called as land breeze. So my dear children, hope you have enjoyed the class of today. So here is the work for you. Number one, question number one. What are the factors influencing changes in temperature? Question number one. What are the factors influencing changes in temperature? Question number two. What is land breeze and sea breeze? Question number two. What is land breeze and sea breeze? With this, I conclude the class. Have a great day.